Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. As I like to say, thanks to all of the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for liking and sharing the content. If you are here, you're here because we're here about making money, financial independence, retire early. I was like almost there, and then terrorists happened. Boom, took away all my money. Now I got to start back over. No, guys, I'm not quite starting over, but I'm fighting my way back to get to where I was before all this stuff happened. And of course, it was a learning process, right? We're learning the process of losing some money, right? But we didn't lose our shirt, so we still got a little bit of money in there. We're gonna fight back to get it to where we need to be, guys. Okay. So if you are here, like I always say, this is not financial advice. Okay, I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. And of course, I always like to ask for your comments and your likes and your shares, okay? Because this is how we grow the community, okay? Because we need to get the word out that people need to invest, okay? People every now and then will post, oh, this is a scam. Who's scamming who? Who asking who for money over here? I'm asking for your love and your support. That's it. If you want to subscribe to the membership, sign up for the membership, that's okay. If you want to do what you want to do, that's on you. But we're not begging you to give us money. This is not what we're here for. We're not asking for money. We're just asking for your love and your support. Watch the content, like the content, share the content. That's it. Okay, we do one video a day. At some point, maybe I would do 2 videos a day. But for now, we just do one video a day. The market's going to close shortly. So we here, right? We got 200. I take that back. We got 317 videos on this channel. Right now, I'm making it the 318 videos that's going to be posted today. And we have over 2,300 plus subscribers on our way to 3,000 subs. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Let's get down to business because today business is delicious. Now, of course, as the market continues to go to the end of the day, end of close, things gonna slow down a little bit, but still, we still in business, right? We were able to do approximately, I would have think the low right here. I would have a low, right? So we were able to do close to $7,000 today in gains, right? And it is all good, and we cannot complain because we were to gain some money, the positive, and we didn't lose any money today. It's always good feeling not to lose money in day and gain, a positive gain on the account. Now, let's look at some crypto, right? Because you can see, right? Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Tesla, Amazon, all these guys are in the green today. Green, not just little green. They're like deep green. Okay, that means they made some money today. But we're gonna look at some crypto real quick. All right, so BD, he is doing okay. Bitcoin the last 7 days is up 10.90%. Today, right, in the last 24 hours is up 2.40%. Right now in the hour is down 0.13%. But it is what it is. Ethereum it kicks some butt in the last 24 hours. It's up 5.19%. It's down right now in the hour 0.69%, but overall it's still up from what it was. All right, everything else is looking good. I kind of keep my eye on Shiba, right? Because a lot of my money is in Shiba, so I'll keep my eye on Shiba because I don't have any more Bitcoin. I sold that. I sold out of Bitcoin, and when I sold out of Bitcoin, it jumped up another $10,000. I'm like, I mean, it could have added a couple $100 to my portfolio when I sold, but it is what it is. You know what? I look at Shiba in here. I think I can understand this better than looking at it from the other side. This is more simple stuff. Over there, it's got too many things, right? So Shiba is a 16, rank 16, right? And they're doing good. $7.97 billion with a B. In the last 24 hours, they did 328,081,000. That is amazing. Guys, if you want to buy this stuff, this is where you can buy these different carrier brokerage or whatever you can use to buy them. Coinbase, and to name a few in here. You can buy them at. Okay. I said this is not financial advice. Okay, this is just me talking about this stuff. So what I did was I placed an order. right? I had like $20 I transferred to my portfolio, and I put that into PLTY before the market closed, right? I should have done that on with you guys, but I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this before I forget. So I went ahead and put $20 into PLTY. Now there are a couple of positions I wanted to add in here. One of them was this what is it? DNP, but I have to buy a full share. So and it's like $9. The price kind of go up and kind of go down. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait on this and kind of monitor this for a little bit longer and see, right? I was gonna add UTI, UTF, right? I was gonna add this to the portfolio also, but of course you can have to buy a full share. That was one of the positions I need to add. UTG, I think it was. Yes, this is the other position that I need to add. Of course, I couldn't do that because you have to buy a full share also. Um, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the money into something else. So this kind of position I'm thinking about adding to this portfolio. At some point, yes, we're gonna add the portfolio. The portfolio already at $90.63. We are up $1.37 today, which is good for a very small portfolio that we're gonna grow to a larger, dominating portfolio. Now, as you guys can see, now some of the stuff in here I might go back and sell, especially the extreme high yield stuff. I'm gonna try to cut that down to about maybe 8 of those extreme high yield, especially from Yield Max. I'm gonna cut that down between 8, right? Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that down probably between 8, especially for the different weeks. Now, the week that I have Volunteer, I might have Palantir and Morrow. Those are the two I might have. I think I'm gonna get rid. I'm gonna stay away from Nvidia for now. I'm just gonna get those guys and see what we can do. Now, if they're not doing good, I'm gonna shift over to Palantir. Now, there's some other positions in here, like MSCY and I think and Misty were probably the two I'll keep for that week. If I got anything in here that I bought, will be going away. Whitebit, Palantir. I mean, this I'll probably keep the Whitebit. Palantir, Nvidia probably gonna sell. No, this is not the this is the real Nvidia. I'm gonna sell that at some point and collect that $5, but and put that into the rest of my portfolio. And some of the other stuff, Alti, Tesla, I might sell those guys out. Um, just keep one. The one that's doing better. The ones that's not doing good, they're gonna have to go. Now, even my other portfolio, what I already have them, I already spent a lot of money, so we're gonna have to wait and gain some of our money back before we sell. But we're gonna have to get rid of the junk, right? It's all about making money. That's why you see I got a lot of my safer positions in here, and I want to add more to my positions. At some point, I might have over 100 in here. Like I told you guys, the goal is to get each one of those positions that pay monthly to pay me $100. The ones that pay quarterly to pay me $300. That's it, right? So if I have 100 of them in there that pay me $100 a month, you do the math. I'm gonna be making some good money, and we should be okay. And at some point, I need to build this up to 20K to cover my baby tuition. But of course, I need to put play safe to where we getting some money and not losing too much money with everything going on right now in the market. So that's where we are, guys. So let's get over here. So today, what did I do in here? Did I buy something? I did buy some stuff in my daughter's portfolio. I need to close this out, right? I have to write these guys a letter to close this account. Um, then I'm gonna put that money into her other account. Um, that's what we're gonna do with that. Now, I've been going back and forward about this because, like I said, this account is where my car's payment come out of. Now, of course, I can't ship my car to Colombia because of 2024. It have to be a 2025. I was thinking like, you know what? I can go get me a cheaper, something heavy duty but cheaper 2025 car, or wait till closer to the 2026 model come out, then buy that and then ship that to Colombia. Um, that might be the plan. Um, I was looking at getting a van because the family is growing, so I was looking at getting a van to where it's easy to transfer people around, kids around, whatever, stuff like that. But for now, we're gonna leave this in here, right? We close to $600, close to $1,000 a month. So we're gonna put a few more $1,000 in here, right? Buy some stuff. We need to be serious about our Misty because come on, Misty is down like $1,000 because I bought high. So right now, I bought at 25 is at 22. So of course, I need to throw some money into all of these positions, right, and get them back up before the market start to go up. I need to throw some money in there, and the ones that I'm gonna get rid of, I need to max them out, get the thing balanced back on even spiel, right? I think that's the right word, and then I will sell out of them, right? I need to get Palantir in here, Maro, Whitebit, maybe Coney. Actually, all three probably gonna go. I'm gonna max that out, get it back to normal. What I'm not losing money. That's what we're gonna do. And then Tesla, of course, Nvidia. I'm probably gonna get rid of the regular this one. I'm probably gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna max that out, bring that back out to normal. I'm gonna get rid of that, and that's gonna go into Palantir because Palantir is where the money is right now. We're gonna go into Palantir and make some of that money. Okay. So guys, I hope I'm not talking too fast. I've been trying to keep the video short, so sometimes I get to yapping a lot and the video gets pretty long. So as of today, we are this thing is not correct, right? We did about 7,000 today in gains in the portfolio. So we down, like 13, 12, 13%. We are up almost 2% today, 1.7% in the portfolio, which is cool. The portfolio is getting back a little bit at the time. We went from 100 something, now we're down to 80 something. Work in progress. Now we still got a lot to do. We still got a long ways to go, but it's a work in progress as we continue to grow the portfolio, right? And I did buy some stuff in my retirement portfolio, my Roth account. I did buy some stuff in my Roth, right? Today I spent about $57,000, $58,000, right? I spent 57,000. I bought Palantir. I sold out of the Tesla position I had. I mean, I did sell at a loss, but it wasn't too bad. But it still was a loss. So, and then I sold out of what else did I sell out of? I'm looking in the wrong account right now. I sold out of anything load up. So I spent $57,000. I bought Palantir. Then I sold Tesla. I did buy some. What else did I buy? I bought something else. I bought something else. Was it? Oh, was it yesterday? I bought. No, I didn't buy that. I sold that. I bought something else. Let me look at the activity for today. So what I did, I bought some Palantir, $57,000. I sold Tesla, $11,000 worth of Tesla. Then I sold another $27,000 worth of Tesla. So that I sold out of Tesla. Then I sold Whitebit, right? Remember I was trying to sell it yesterday for $10.30. I ended up selling it today for $10.43. I was like, I just want to get past. I made like $100 some in profit. This is in my retirement account, so I don't pay taxes on anything that I sell, right? Because it's in my retirement account. That's my Roth is tax free, but I do pay taxes on the dividend, right? The tax will be paid on the dividend income in that portfolio, right? But, that's for next year. I'm not even worried about that. So that's what I did in that portfolio. Now, in my main portfolio, I bought some stuff today too. Now, you guys can't see it over here, but you guys get to see at least the gist of what I'm talking about. So in the main portfolio, I about Palantir. About $8,000 for Palantir. So I bought like 130 shares, $8,274.49 to be exact. Then I bought DIPS, about $12,320 of DIPS. Um, about 1,000 shares. So that get that bad boy to a decent number. Um, that's attached to Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin is doing its thing, we kind of make sure we kind of stay where we need to stay. And right now, that I put it down at 1,500, right? My initial price was $13.04, right? And I bought today at $12.45. Even though it's down $500, it's down 1.9% today, right? Like 40 something cents. But still, I'm still happy with that, right? I'm still happy with that. And as Bitcoin continues to do good, it's gonna go up. So right now, Palantir, I'm down thousand something dollars. Now AIYY, it's kind of like I bought at 8 something, 852. Now it's at 4 something. So almost half the price, right? So I need to at some point I need to throw some money into AIYY, um, then try to sell out of it because if it's today, I mean, it went up. Today was like up 1.5, 58%, but we need more than that, right? We needed to get back. If it's gonna go back up before they do something crazy, and then we're gonna lose a lot of money. So whenever I get out of that, all that money gonna go into Misty and Palantir. So I can say, I'm gonna sell, take a $20,000 loss, right, and then pull that $20,000 into Misty and Palantir. I'll make with Palantir maybe in 5 6 months I'll make that money back, right? If it continue to pay, the way it's paying, I'll make that money back. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 shares in Palantir. So right now I'm at 513, and all the other stuff I got thousands of shares in that stuff. So but they're not paying the high yield. They're paying enough yield. We can say, you know what, we can deal with it and collect the money because the income we receive would balance the negative, right? But we're not getting there, so we got to get out. And losses is all tax. You can write off in taxes at some point, right? So this thing haven't updated yet. I'm surprised it didn't update to show the income for the stuff that I bought yesterday and the stuff that I bought today. So at some point it will update, but sometimes update during the video, sometimes up after the video. I mean, my Robinhood, we at $21 annual now. We already got a few pending that came into the portfolio last week. And then this week, we're going to get some more money. So this is what it's about. Now it's at 36. So, I mean, this week, we're going to get some more money. Okay, now it went up. Did it go down or go up? It went up 3,000. Okay. A little something. Slow motion. Right? So right now, we're getting money back into the portfolio. That's all it's about as we continue to grow the portfolio, guys. Okay, now let's look at the income and see. The thing went back up a little bit. Let's look at the income. Income is still at 21. It did drop down a couple of hundred, but we're still at 21K. And what's today? Tomorrow, I didn't even look to see. Today's Wednesday. I didn't even look. I thought today was Tuesday. I'm tripping. Today is Wednesday. I did not even check. Usually I would check in the morning to see what we're gonna receive from Palantir. I didn't even check that. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, man. I tell you how sometimes I get so busy. Um, then with my baby girl here, it's like it takes a lot of my time. So DIPS is paying 0.61 cents. Tomorrow, $1.84. Okay. Uh, Nvidia 63 cents. Palantir is paying $4.65. It's down from what it paid last month, but I mean it's still not bad. I thought it would have paid by at least $5. But I mean it's still not bad, right? It's expensive, but it's still not bad. Then FGY paid 40 cents. Let me see what else in here. Alti 8 cents. That's fucking ridiculous. I mean it's a weekly, so if you add it up during the week, I mean 10 cents here, 18 cents. I mean it might add up at the end of the month where it's paying 40, 30, 40 cents. Um, but the other weeklies are paying 30 cents. So you think it would do better than some of the other stuff. It is what it is, guys. This is how we try to balance things out. And hopefully the market continues to go up. Will help the portfolio as we transition into other positions. Because I say I need to take the money from the high yield, put it into low yield. If it's not generating enough money, then it's a lost cause. So guys, remember this is not financial advice. I'm just trying to motivate you guys to invest. You guys see, I don't just invest in a bunch of high yield stuff. I do have other positions in my portfolio. So you can be like, oh, I was following Edwin, and you see there, I got Exxon here, Chevron, I got a bunch of other stuff in here, right? It's not just high yield or extreme high yield. Okay, so you can say, oh well, that guy he just put his money into the most risky stuff. Yeah, some of the stuff I invest in are risky. Yes, of course, but 90% of the stuff I invest in are safer, right? They're better positions. But we use the high yield, extreme high yield, to generate to help us boost our income, right? And once we get past the margin stuff, then we're back to normal. Then we can throw money into this other portfolio that don't use any margins, right? That's the goal. Take money out of that, put money into the portfolio that don't use no margins. I need to get this portfolio here at least to $3,500 a month. That way, this can be my portfolio I can use to live out of when I'm in Colombia, right? And the other portfolio will be for for ERA school and every private school in Colombia. And then the other portfolio, we just let that grow. And I think what I decided to do for now, right, will be to hold on to my mortgages. The other property is generating income, so I'll hold on to that one. This one is not generating income, but I'm still going to hold on to it. I decided I'm going to rent a couple of rooms in the house, in the basement, rent a couple of rooms in the basement, to see how that works. If it gets to where I don't like it or whatever, then I would just say, I'll just leave the house as it's always been. My kids come through and stay, do what I need to do here. My brother, Christian, right? He come and check the house, and my nephew, he's here with the kids, sometimes watching movies and stuff like that. So there's people that in and out of the house, every week. But I would prefer to have somebody actually living in the house, more than just spending 3 or 4 hours, 5, 6 hours in the house every day. Um, you know, and come drink all my liquor. Even though I don't drink, but I always have liquor in the house. And my nephew, he'd be like, "Hey, yo, Unc, I'm going to the house, check out the house. And while I'm there, I'm going to give me a shot or two." I'm like, okay. Now I got to think, yo, remember, there's nothing wrong with taking shots, but remind me what you finished so when I'm coming back, I can bring a bottle. And he just laughed. But, that's how we do around here, okay, guys? So as we continue to grow these portfolios, right, all these portfolio got goals. When I talk to people, when I do consulting, I say, look, you want to have different portfolios for different things, right? Just like when you're saving money, right? You want to put money you save for your emergency fund into a different account. Money you save to buy a car, for down payment for a car, you don't want to put all the funds together, right? You want to separate the funds, put them in different accounts. So That way you can put money in those accounts differently, right? Because you have different target date. It's the same to how I invest, right? I have probably most of the same investments in my portfolio, but some of the portfolio don't have, especially my Robinhood, it won't carry all the other stuff because Robinhood don't carry all the positions, and sometimes it won't be there right away because I have to buy full price. So of course, if I have to buy the whole share, then it won't be there right away because I have to buy all the other stuff to get them to their price. Then I will buy a full share, except if it's paying a lot of dividend. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm just going to buy it, set it in there, and then we're going to build around it with the other positions, which is what I do too sometimes. Okay, so it's all work in progress. So as I continue to build these income streams, right? Even though they're from the stock market, but they're for different reasons. They're all for different reasons, right? And once I get to where I need to, then I can start diversifying more, moving more from the high yield, extreme high yield into my regular yield. That's the whole process. We use the other people's money to get there. Once we get there, we diversify, put the stuff into safer positions. It's going to take time, of course, to do that because you're coming from 80, 90% yield to 5, 10% yield. So it's going to take time. And the way I spread it out, once I get to $100 in one position, I'm good. Now I can start working on the next one that's going to be paying me 100. When they get me to 100, we work on the next one. We kind of do them at the same time because we're buying stuff. But once they get to that $100, okay, if they're paying monthly, we get to the $100, we're good. If they're paying quarterly, we get to $300 for that position, then we're good. So and if we're not using the funds, we just set that to reinvest, right? Once we get to the $100 and the $300 for the quarterly, we just set that and let it continue to reinvest and grow the portfolio, and then we work on other things, right? So I know you guys like, man, this is a lot of work. It's actually not a lot of work, okay? It's not a lot of work. Believe me, you can have 50 positions, right? And you don't have to deal with high yields. You can have 50 positions, right? But if you over there collecting, $100 a month from each of these 50 positions, you're gonna be in good shape. If you got 50 positions and you collect $100 a month, that's $50. That's $5,000. But it's spread out. It is spread out. It's not just coming from one single position. That's the thing. So if that one position, if they cut the dividend, yeah, it's gonna affect your dividend by the smidget. But you got money coming in from everywhere, right? And if they're paying quarterly, it's paying $300, so it's still gonna even out to that $5,000 a month. Even though you might get that, 1 month, the month that they pay quarterly, you get more money. But when you spread it out across the board monthly, you're getting $5,000 a month. It's just that simple, guys. Okay, so pay attention to your money, okay? Because if you don't pay attention to your money, you know exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose it. So pay attention to your money. All right, guys. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Thanks again for liking and sharing the content, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice, okay? So I love you guys. Stay blessed. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. We're gonna make more money tomorrow, okay? And the day after, right? Because this whole tariff thing is coming. It's coming somewhere. Look like it's coming to an end. To where we're gonna be good again. To where we can make money and grow our portfolio. Love you guys. Peace.